own independent existence, mere reflections of its inner state. When this realization dawns, the soul begins to transcend the illusions of the mind and move toward liberation. The Sidpa Bardo, the Bardo of becoming. If the soul fails to attain liberation in the Chonyid Bardo, it enters the Sidpa Bardo, the final stage where the forces of karma and desire drive it toward rebirth. This is the Bardo of becoming, a realm dominated by the law of cause and effect, where past actions and tendencies shape the next incarnation. In the Sidpa Bardo, the soul experiences an increasing sense of individuality. It gradually forgets the profound clarity of the previous Bardos and begins to feel a renewed sense of self, which leads it to seek a new physical form. Tibetan Buddhist teachings describe this stage as a period of wandering, where the soul, influenced by past karmic imprints, is drawn toward a particular womb and the conditions of its next life. During this phase, the soul encounters visions of potential parents and is instinctively attracted to a specific birth scenario. Desire, attachment, and unresolved emotions play a crucial role in determining the circumstances of the next life. The soul may feel a pull towards certain environments, guided by habitual tendencies developed over countless lifetimes. However, even at this stage, the possibility of liberation still exists. If the soul maintains awareness and remembers the teachings of the Bardo Thodol, it can break free from the compulsive cycle of rebirth and attain enlightenment. The text provides specific instructions for recognizing the illusions of this phase, emphasizing detachment and mindfulness. Those who recognize the process as a mental projection can avoid being swept into the cycle and instead merge into the clear light of ultimate reality. The significance of the Bardo teachings. The Bardo Thodol is more than a guide for the afterlife. It is a manual for conscious living. Its wisdom encourages spiritual practice in everyday life, preparing individuals to meet death with awareness and grace. By understanding the nature of the bardos, one can train the mind to navigate the transition with clarity, reducing fear and increasing the likelihood of attaining liberation. One of the core messages of the text is that death is not an end, but a transformation. The states described in the Bardos mirror the experiences of life, where we constantly face transitions, illusions, and opportunities for awakening. Recognizing this parallel allows us to live more mindfully, cultivating awareness, compassion, and detachment. Modern relevance of the Bardo Thodol. Although the Bardo Thodol was written centuries ago, its teachings remain profoundly relevant in today's world. In an age where many fear death or avoid contemplating impermanence, this ancient text provides a perspective that embraces transition as an integral part of existence. The idea that we continuously pass through bardos, whether in life, death, or between moments, reminds us to stay present and open to transformation. Furthermore, psychological and spiritual traditions outside Buddhism have found parallels with the teachings of the Bardos. Jungian psychology, for instance, acknowledges the importance of integrating the unconscious mind, much like the Chonyid Bardo teaches about recognizing projections. Near-death experiences reported by individuals also align with some descriptions in the Bardo Thodol, reinforcing its significance across cultures and belief systems. Final thoughts. The Bardo Thodol invites us to contemplate the mystery of existence, not as something to be feared, but as an opportunity for profound realization. It teaches that even in death, we have choices. We can dissolve into fear and illusion, or we can recognize the luminous nature of our own consciousness and embrace liberation. By preparing in life, cultivating awareness, and letting go of attachments, we can face the transition with wisdom and courage. Whether we see it as a literal journey of the soul or as a metaphor for the challenges we encounter every day, the teachings of the Bardo Thodol offer a timeless path to freedom. As we stand at the threshold of understanding, the question remains: when the last breath comes, will we recognize the clear light, or will we be drawn once more into the dance of illusion? The choice ultimately is ours to make. Beyond the realms of existence and non-existence, the journey does not end, nor does it truly begin. It is a continuous flow, a dance of consciousness that transcends time and form. The Bardo Thodol, with its profound wisdom, offers not only a guide through the afterlife, but also an insight into the nature of life itself. To understand death is to understand life, for both are but two sides of the same eternal reality. The teachings of the Bardo Thodol remind us that every moment of life is a preparation for death. Every breath, every thought, every action shapes the journey that follows. In the stillness of meditation, we can glimpse the clear light even before the final breath. In self-awareness, we can recognize our illusions before they manifest as visions in the Chonyid Bardo. In letting go, we can release the karmic weights that pull us into the cycle of rebirth in the Sidpa Bardo. But what does this mean for us, the living? It means that enlightenment is not a distant dream, but a present possibility. It means that by embracing the teachings of the Bardo Thodol, we can awaken to the truth of our own nature even before death arrives. If we learn to see through the illusions of the ego now, we will not be deceived by them in the afterlife. If we cultivate detachment and love now, we will not be bound by fear and desire when the body dissolves. As we walk through life, we must ask ourselves, are we preparing for the journey ahead? Are we living in a way that fosters liberation, or are we deepening the patterns that will entangle us further in the web of samsara? The wisdom of the Bardo Thodol is not meant to be understood merely with the intellect, but to be lived, embodied, and integrated into every aspect of existence. For those who seek a deeper understanding, reflection upon the nature of mind is key. Through meditation, contemplation, and self-inquiry, we can begin to dissolve the boundaries between life and death, between self and other, between illusion and truth. And when the final moment comes, when the breath fades and the body is left behind, we may find ourselves ready, not to grasp, not to fear, but to recognize the clear light and merge with the infinite. So, dear soul traveler, may you walk this path with awareness. May you embrace each moment as an opportunity to awaken. And when the time comes to cross the threshold, may you do so with clarity, peace, and the deep knowing that you are not ending. You are simply returning home. If this exploration of the Bardo Thodol has resonated with you, share this wisdom and continue the dialogue. Let us know in the comments what thoughts stir within you about life, death, and the great beyond. Together, we unravel the mysteries of existence and step closer to the eternal truth. Thank you for journeying with us.